So we talked yesterday about how Solomon was given wisdom by God. And then Solomon wrote this in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. And we find that true in so many aspects of life. Like if you're not willing to learn things, if you despise wisdom and knowledge, then the Bible calls you a fool. And it's not doing that in a hateful way. I think it's just literally saying that's not a very smart thing to do. We should be willing to learn. We should be willing to grow. And Solomon says very clearly that the beginning of this process is fearing the Lord. Until you put yourself in a position of fearing the Lord, knowing who He is, knowing who you are in relation to Him, you haven't even really begun your journey of knowing anything. Knowledge begins with the fear of the Lord. Knowledge begins when you recognize who God is. If you just discard that very fundamental truth, you've discarded all knowledge. Now, I'm not saying you can't have doubts. I'm not saying you can't reason things and understand things more. You can't understand a degree of our world around us and things like that, of course. But what I'm saying is when it comes to real, true, eternal knowledge, you have to start with fearing the Lord. You have to start with understanding that He's there, that He made all things, that we owe Him all things, that we've sinned against Him, and that we're going to be accountable for our actions. That's where true knowledge begins. True knowledge begins when we humble ourselves before God, receiving His grace that He freely provides through Jesus, and honor Him as our Lord. So don't be a fool. Embrace the truth of God and grow in Him. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow.